What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully each and every one of you guys is having a great and amazing day. I want to ask you all to do me a huge favor. Take 5 seconds of your time. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. And while you're at it, if you're not subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing so. Now let's get right into the video. In the last video, you know that we've had issues with the lean condition. We changed out the pumps. We changed out O2 sensors. We did a vacuum leak test. We did all of that, and yet we're still having an issue. Now, we did notice that we were having a voltage issue. This has been an ongoing problem. And finally, my Ford Performance alternator has come in after about 3 weeks. I ordered it about 3 weeks ago. It finally came in today. So I'm about to pop the hood and start getting to work. And while we're at it, we're going to be changing out the spark plugs. I think it's time. And, well, I guess I'd rather be safe than sorry. Yeah, so you have heard the horror stories with carbon fiber hoods popping open. So I went ahead and got these GT500 style hood pins. And they work fantastic. Also, you may have noticed that there's no more stripes on the car. And that's because we are prepping to get it wrapped. So all the stripes are off. Stock spoiler is finally off. I gotta get some glue gun, get all of this adhesive off, and the adhesive from the stripes as well. Other than that, car looks completely different without the stripes. And for those wondering how these hood latches work, we got this, and pretty much we had to cut up the hood, drill a hole through it on both sides, and it closes down onto that. Perfect fitment. Alright guys, here we have it, our brand new alternator. Hopefully it solves all of our issues. So we got a box within a box, of course. And we got 5 horsepower. I believe this one comes with a different size belt, a bigger pulley. But we will do all that comparison when we get it off the car. Different idler, tensioner, new bolts, and of course beefed up unit. Alright guys, so a little bit of a progress update. We got all of the coils pretty much undone on both sides. I haven't started on the spark plugs yet because they do have to be gapped, so I'm waiting for Mr. Simon to get here so we could gap them to the proper spec, which we're doing 0.025, and then we're going to drop all the spark plugs in. With that being said, I do have the intake off, and I am starting to work on the alternator right now. I just got the belt off, so I'm probably going to start working on the pulleys here in just a minute. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. It is blistering hot out here, even though it's about 8 o'clock at night. You wouldn't think it is because it's still pretty bright outside, but it's still about 100 degrees out. So with that being said, I'm going to be working on the car for a little bit longer here, and it will be wrapped up before the end of the night. And then of course we're going to have to take the car for a test drive, do a little bit of a data log, send it over to our tuner, and make sure everything is good. I'm pretty confident that it's just the alternator. Crossing my fingers at this point, really I need this one to come through for us, because other than that, we've gone through everything. The only thing I can think of at this point is that voltage issue, and it's just eating me alive. So we got the alternator in. Let's install it and say a prayer that it solves all our issues. So as you can see, all the coils are loose. I still haven't removed the plugs. For the plugs, let's see. Of course, we went with NGKs, 6510s. If you're in the Fresno area or even the Central Valley, I recommend hitting up Sal's Auto Body. He's the one that hooked me up with the hood pin install. He did it for relatively cheap. Not only that, but he did an amazing job. Like, I don't have to move the hood around. With a lot of people that runs hood pins, they have to move the hood around a little, and to get it right with this one, I just shut it, press it down, good to go. All right, guys, let's give you guys a little bit of an update. Sorry it got dark on me already. I took a little bit of a break, but alternator's out. Just have to disconnect the electrical. I got most of the spark plugs out already. Tensioner's off. Still got to pull off the pulley. Other than that, we are moving. Once I get that electrical off of the alternator, put the new one in, and get done with these spark plugs, we'll do a startup and see how it goes. Hopefully the voltage is good. Right now with the existing alternator, my voltage is at idle around 11, unfortunately, and it should be around 14.5. So it's way low right now. While driving, it gets up to 12.5, 13 at the most. All right, guys, we are all done installing the alternator and the spark plugs. Spark plugs, of course, we went with 6510s, NGKs, one step colder. And for the alternator, we did the Ford Performance one that puts out about 200 amps. The car is now getting approximately 14 volts at idle, which seems about right. However, I'm still getting a code, which is, I believe, P05AB. Let me double check it. It's actually P0A5B, which is generator current circuit low. I was thinking that was because of the alternator. It must be because of something else. I've been having that code ever since I purchased the car and had it tuned. Ever since I've had the N-Gage, I've had that code. If you guys have any idea what it could be, please drop a comment in the comment section below. Let your boy know, because I have no idea at this point. I just got done doing some E85. Getting some E85, sorry, it's late. And now we're gonna do some data logs, make sure everything is on point, since we did upgrade the pumps. And from there, we should be good for some wide open throttle pulls. I already did an idle log. Now I'm gonna do a driving log, and from there I'm gonna call it a night. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have, smash that thumbs up button, drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know if you think this alternator is gonna solve my lean condition issues. I believe that because I wasn't having enough voltage, my pumps weren't getting enough power, and if my pumps aren't getting enough power, obviously I'm not getting enough fuel. So that's what was causing my lean issues, I believe. But we'll figure that out here in the next couple of days. Tomorrow we're actually going to be installing the killer chiller, so look forward for that video. With that being said, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please consider doing so. Until next time, guys, I'm out.